Hi everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's live. So today we're going to be concentrating on the Botanical collection. Now this is the absolute perfect time of year for me to be doing this, so I will be using a lot of these things here for the next probably couple of months. So I'll be showing you lots of new ideas and things that you can make with the sets that I have here. This looks like a really big mess, but I will quickly show you a few things. And then today we are going to be making this peony here. Isn't that beautiful? I haven't finished this off just yet. I need to glue that on, but I have my glue gun ready. So if you're in the chats, come and say hello. I'm just going to check both streams because I'm on Facebook and YouTube at the moment. Hi Lynn, hello, she says. Hope you're well. Did you have a nice birthday the other week? I'd love to know if you did. So I'm just going to check that we are, well, Lynn's talking from Facebook, so it looks like we're okay there. And if we're good on YouTube, pop on and say hi, even if it's just to give me a couple of love hearts or thumbs up or something like that. That would be absolutely great. It looks like the stream is okay on there as well. So as I said, we're going to be making this peony today. I've got quite a few here already, so we're going to be making a lovely bunch of those. But there is the spring die sale at the moment, so a lot of the dies that I'm using today are included in the spring die sale. It's not just my brand, Simply Made Craft, there's other brands in there as well. I know there's 78 of my die sets or products in there at the moment, and that ends, I believe, tomorrow, the 19th. So if there is anything you've had your eye on, now's a great time to add that. And if there's a link down below as well. It's a new sort of link I'm trying out where it takes you to the whole list on Facebook. So before it was just a link to a couple of bits in one collection, but I've tried to get everything in the same place, so hopefully that Facebook link will work. But if you are on YouTube, all of those links there will be for everything that I've used, so as normal on there. Hi Helen, thank you for joining us today. I hope you're having a good week. Are you getting awful weather up there? We've had wind and blustery weather and sunshine and everything like that, so that down in the south. So I think we're all good. So yep, do pop on and say hello. Hi Karen. So Glyn had a lovely birthday. Oh, she went to Stowe Gardens. Oh, my stepsister got married there. It's such a beautiful place. And then a London trip next day. The Art of the Brick. Oh, he had a Lego. Is it kind of like a museum or some sort of like showcase exhibition thingy? Yeah, my kids would love that. Okay, so in the sale we have the terrarium, geometric terrarium, and the additions. The additions give you the trellis basically that turns on. Now everything here should have a tutorial, so I'm just going to quickly get through these and then we'll jump straight into the peony. If you're watching on the live, just jump straight to the peony if that's what you're here for. Right, so this here, I've had to push up my camera a little bit. This is the terrarium, the terrific terrarium. I absolutely love this. This opens up like this, and there's a full tutorial. I think it's on both of my channels now. And inside we've got the succulents. Absolutely love these. Again, there's tutorials for all of these, and these are all in the sale. Now for papers, we have 2 of our paper packs left for this. We have one for the gerberas and one for the succulents. They're pearlescent and they're double-sided. You've got some pattern and some plain in those. There's not too many of those paper pads left. So let's move over to the gerberas. Just wondering where to put stuff now. The gerberas just here. I love these. These are made using the pearlescent papers, but you can make daisies, rudbeckias, sunflowers, so there's loads of different sorts of things that you can make. And then we have these leaves as well, so they're going to be perfect for the autumn too. Right, so peonies. We're going to be making peonies today, and if I get time I will be making an orchid as well. Not this orchid, I have a tutorial for this one already, but I was thinking I'd mix it in with the frame there, so we'll see how we get on with that today. But today, first off, we're going to be making these peonies, and the die set does come with the leaves as well as the petals, and depending on what look you're going for, you can use the whole die. It's quite a large die. Here it is. I'm going to kind of leave it like that because it's very bright in here. These are quite big dies. There we go, this is our biggest die here. So if you wanted to just make some ordinary cardstock or paper peonies, use them as they are. Today I'm going to be showing you how to cut these out using Italian crepe paper to make the petals. These are slightly different and I'll be showing you today step by step how to do those. So this is what it looks like with the blooms all full, like that, just with some pink pearlescent paper. Completely different look to these peonies right here. Completely different look. Now I did actually use these in another tutorial a couple of days ago on this album cover. I've got some paper ones here, just the smallest ones. These ones here got 3 layers. You can close them up, you can pop in a pearl in there as well. Today I'll be showing you how to do the little yellow ball there. So again, I love that. The tutorial for that is on the Helen Griffin UK channel. Okay, so let's jump straight in now to what kind of crepe paper are you going to be needing, because there's a few different kinds. Now crepe paper has different qualities and qualities as well, so you don't want to be going for the crepe papers that don't stretch. So as you can see, these stretch really nicely, and I'll be showing you fully once I've cut some out, and I can show you again how I've made these lovely curls here. Some cheap crepe paper does not stretch at all. If you did this, it would tear. So Italian quality crepe paper is perfect. I know Sizzix have their own range, Leah Griffiths also, and I've left some links down below as well. Today I'll be using this kind of like a starter pack. This is from Claire Fontaine, and it's got loads of nice colours here to get you started. So I'll be using this colour here and also this yellow here as well. Let's fish those out. And then the darker pink is something that I've invested in because I love making these flowers so much that I just wanted a bigger roll. You can get them in much bigger rolls, just like this. So I've left a link for these as well. As you can see, they are beautiful. And how to tell if they are going to stretch, you can see the texture in that. If you just pull that slightly, there's a massive not a massive texture, but yeah, I'd say it was quite a massive texture compared to the cheaper crepe paper that doesn't stretch at all. You can literally tell from that just the luxury and the quality of that. Now this is only around about £3.99, £5 a roll. So, and this is going to absolutely last you a long time. As you can see, there's quite a lot there. So if you love making these sorts of flowers, you can do. You know, you're not going to run out very fast. So what are we going to be needing today? So I'm going to be using my hot glue gun. I've got that heating up already. And then I have got some flower wires, like floristry wires. You can get them plain like this, or you can get them already covered with florist tape. This one has already been covered already, so I'll leave that out. We're going to be using that today. What I suggest is if you just have these ones, get some florist tape just like this. It looks a little bit like the crepe paper, but it has glue inside it. So when you stretch it, the glue is released, and then as you twist it and turn it around your stem, it covers that up. If you've done this before, you'll know exactly what I mean. And it also comes in lots of different colours as well. This is the pack that I got as well. So brown would be really good, especially if you're making the orchid. So I'm just going to quickly look at the comments, and then we shall carry on. So Helen says she loves the crepe. It's so easy and wonderful to work with, and it's really easy to die cut with as well. It's really stretchy, it's really good. Just, you know, just the curves you get on that, absolutely perfect for the flower making. It was an exhibition, okay. Oh, you've had -4 the last couple of nights. Yeah, it's been a bit chilly down here as well, but nothing below 0. So yeah, I bet you're looking forward to spring arriving. Okay, so another thing you'll be needing if you want to. We have some polystyrene balls here. I have linked these ones down below. I did buy a lot of this stuff a good few years ago. So all of the samples that I've shown you already today, a lot of them were made about 4 years ago when the collection launched, and they've been all over the place. They've been to Create and Craft, they've been up to Stockport, they've been in storage, they've been sent back to me, so they've travelled everywhere. And they've also been on display in my home for the last few years, so I have had to get some dust off them as well. So let's start with this first. Right, so I'm just going to cut myself a little section here. This is just for covering this ball. Now I can't remember, because I made these a few years ago now, whether I think I covered it first. Okay, I think I just attached this first. So I'm just going to do a little hook like that, and then I'm going to bend it that way. So now I have a hook loop sort of thing. It doesn't have to be a perfect loop, it just has to sit on there. So I think I will cover this first, and then what we'll do is we'll trim it all around as well. So I'm just going to add my hot glue just around here on the ball. If you want to make some proper little stamens, you can literally just fold this in half and do lots of trims and have that as your flower center as well. This is just one way of doing it. Then I'm just going to add some more glue all the way around here. Just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, because most of this is at the bottom there is going to be hidden. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly just trim all of this off. There are plenty of different methods on making your paper flowers, okay, so there isn't just the one way of doing it. Okay, so now I have that ready to go. Let's get this popped in now. So I think I might just try and get this in there and then seal everything around it. So maybe I should have just popped this in first. So let's add some more glue. And then seal everything around. There we go. That should be on nice and securely. Right, so let's move over now to our petals, and I'm going to be using the big roll, and I'm also going to be using this little one here from the sampler pack here. So it's not really a sampler pack, but it's a great introduction if you've not done this before. It's got a really good selection of colours. It is smaller, so you will run out of that quicker, but yeah, there's enough there to get you started. Right, I'm trying to get this hot glue off my fingers. Okay, so let's go back to the die sets, and for this peony I'm just going to use this one here, the largest one, and the third one down. So if we put these in size order, see if I can pick this up, there we go. So we have, I'm taking the large one and then the third one down. These are very similar in size, those two. So the smaller bit is going to be for the inner, and this larger one is going to be for the outer petals. And you also get the leaves as well. And I think, let's just double check, I don't know this actually. Does this fit through? Yes, it will fit through a standard big shot as well. So that's good to know. So let's quickly show you. So if you're making these out of paper, just have it as it is, and then use a bone folder just to curl the edges there, to curl them up. But this has a direction just up and down, so we only need to use 2 petals. Now we're going to be not using these at all on the side, we're just going to be using this top and the bottom one. So we're going to measure, running out of space here, We just need it to be the width of this petal here. And then we just cut. I'm hoping I'm still in frame. This roll is pretty big. Go up like that. There we go. And then we're just simply going to place our die and then trim off what we need. We should more or less be able to get about 3 of these. There we go. I haven't actually cut 3 at the same time. I'm not going to try it now live, so 2 definitely you'll get through. And I am going to use my big machine. So we have the grain going up and down and 2 of the petals. Whoops, I almost dropped that. There we go. And if you want to pop on and ask any questions, please do. Hi Fiona. Hi Vicky. How's your first week back at school? I'm a bit tired. All these early starts. I've had 2 weeks off of sleeping until about 9 o'clock, and yeah, back to the really early mornings now for school. Okay, so this is our little petal, what it should look like. So we only need the top and bottom, so we're just going to trim those off. There we go, there's our first one, and I've just cut 4 in one go because they're stuck together, and then I can get rid of those offcuts. The question is, do I need to cut more of the light pink? I think I'll be alright. Okay, so let's separate these 2. I've got hot glue all over my nails. It's making it difficult to use them. There we go. Now if you just wanted to have these petals loose, you can do that as well. There we go. And all we have to do now is stretch out this section here. So get your thumbs in there and your fingers on the back, and then you can just pull them around just like that, just around the top. And I'm kind of keeping it unstretched towards this section here, so I now have a beautiful petal. So do the same on all the others. You can do as many as you want. I've got quite a few here. There we go. Now you can't do that with ordinary cheap crepe paper, it would just tear, so make sure it's definitely floristry or Italian grade. And if you look on eBay as well, they have them on eBay and Amazon, so again check out Leah Griffiths as well, and I think Sizzix also do similar packs. So I'm just gathering all of my petals here. This is going to be a really nice big flower. I think it might be a bigger flower than this one. Okay, so let's get gluing. So you are going to be needing your hot glue gun quite a bit for this project. So I'm just loading my gun up with another glue stick. Let's pop him there. Right, so I've got my little flower stick ready to go with my bauble on the top, and all we do is simply glue those on around like that. So I'm just going to add some glue just to this bottom section there, and popping that on. You can go a bit higher if you want to. I think that's a bit high. Let's take that off. Let's go a bit higher. There we go. And then what we're going to do is we are going to go round and just have a bit of an overlap. If you need to look at a real flower, you know, just Google a peony or other flowers. Most flowers will have the same sort of pattern where they just slightly overlap like this. Now I'm thinking this would make a poppy as well, so that would actually be really nice too, to make some poppies using this peony flower. So just going around again. Actually, I think I might draw my chair up and sit down. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit down. Save me getting backache. That's better. I do that a lot, you know. I'm a crafter that likes to stand up. And then I wonder why I get tired. But yeah, some projects do require a little bit of standing up, so. Okay, so that is our first row done. So let's add some more now. Again, I'm staggering the petals. Just go round. This is a really nice like a Sunday afternoon project, I'd say, definitely. And because these are peony, like paper peonies, then you know they're not going to die either. They might get a bit dusty, but they're not going to die, because peonies really don't last long. It's very short peony season, so I've got a couple on my peony bush tree thingy. It's a tree bush outside at the moment, but already it's starting to like not look at its best. We've had some rain, we've had some wind, so yeah, it's not looking its best right now. Okay, so just take a quick break while I look at the comments. Helen's asking, can you make these crepe flowers to go onto a card? Yes, you can. You would literally just join them together like this with a bit of glue here, like that. It's important to do the die cutting process how I've just shown you for this, because of the direction of the lines, but just pop it together starting with your 4 like that, and then build it up. I do have a flat one that I have made. I've added it to the lady's hat from a grand day out, so I've just added that crepe flower there and just popped a little button in the middle. Now this is actually, I think this is also in the die sale as well, but it is actually a gift box as well, so that's really cool. I love that, so I might actually play with that very soon. It's been a long time since I've played with that, so that'll be quite fun. Okay, so we're going to add our next layer of petals now, and those are going to go on like that. So just add the glue all the way around here, and then try to go down to the base part as well. But I'm trying not to add any glue further up there, because I want that to be nice and free. And then just wrap that around just like so. And then the process is just the same, keep going around. So now's a good chance, if you have any questions, to let me know. I'll keep an eye on the comments as I add my petals. So like I said, yeah, this is an absolute perfect Sunday project. Again, we're making a bouquet here, so you can pop them in a pot. You can make a wedding bouquet with these if you want to. It's not going to die, you don't have to dry them out or anything like that. So it's going to be absolutely perfect. You see, that kind of really reminds me of an anemone type flower or a poppy. So depending on how you pop this together and the colours you choose and what type of centre you pop in there, then that is really going to change the look of your flower. So again, poppies, anemones, peonies, even using the smallest one, you could probably make cherry blossom as well, using a layer of the smaller dies, using like a light pink crepe paper. Yes, Dara was saying them would like a lovely flower, floral crown. Paper wreaths as well. If you love to put a wreath on your door and it's not out in the elements, if it's a nice shaded porch area, then it's going to be absolutely perfect. Outdoors as well, just make sure it doesn't get wet. You can display them indoors as well. I was actually thinking of making something similar with my window frames from the terrarium that I have. I've got all of these gold frames here. So I was thinking I could either make a nice gold terrarium greenhouse, or I could lay them all out flat to make like a big window, and then add some nice peonies in there as well. So I'm not actually doing a very neat job because I am doing this quite fast. So let's hope my my finished project comes out okay. I am having to go a little bit higher up now because this is starting to bowl out a little bit. So just keep going round. I've still got all of these to pop in. It's going to be a nice big healthy looking peony here. Now the real peonies that grow, I can't even imagine how many layers of petals are actually in the real peonies. Just a ton of them. They're so tight that sometimes mostly you can't even see the centres. But yeah, I think peonies is definitely one of my favourite flowers. I had them in my wedding bouquet as well, so definitely gotta have those peonies. Okay, the heat is changing the colour here, but that cools down and then that disappears again. I find the same when I iron red fabric. It changes colour slightly, it goes a bit darker, but then when it cools down it goes back to its ordinary colour. Helen's asking if I've got one of the completed flowers. I do. Here it is. For the size. This is the one that was already done, and this is all we're working on. I think this one is actually going to be a bit bigger because I have extra petals, but I don't mind. Sometimes you get the smaller flowers, sometimes you get the bigger flowers, but what really just adds to this particular flower is basically I've used 2 different shades of pink. If you wanted to do all of the different sizes here, you can choose different pinks. If you can get 4 different pinks, I know that in this pack there's a good few there. So there's 3 pinks plus the dark pink that I've added from the big roll, so you can really add some depth to your flower by mixing up those pinks. Start with the lightest in the center and then you work your way out to the darker outer petals. So I'm definitely going to have this on display in my living room. And I do know that it's Mother's Day coming up in the US very soon. There are possibly some other places too. So this will be absolutely perfect for making a bouquet. You know, if you have any of my handbag dies, you can just pop a big bunch of these flowers in the handbag. Maybe pop a couple of sweets in there as well, and that would look absolutely stunning. Okay, I've got 3 of these left. I will be going through the comments after as well, but if you really want me to answer and see your comment, just write it again if I have missed it. Ah, Vicky would make some rainbow coloured flowers. That would look awesome. This is a really full peony. Okay, last one. Where shall I put it? Do we have any places that could possibly need it? I'd say here. Definitely, I'm going to pop it there. Okay, and there we have our peony mostly done now. There we go, I love that. So I have built this so it is shaped like that, but again, as I said earlier, if you want to make it flat, you can. Just make your little cross with them instead and glue them all together using these sections here. So that's another flat one actually. This is on the Pretty Petals gift box. I might have to turn one of my lights down a little bit. It's very bright. Sometimes when I turn my lights down, they squeal. So yeah, that one squeals. Let me know if that bothers you or if my microphone's picking that up. Okay, so we have this area now that we need to hide. So if you take your smallest of the orchid dies and then die cut it with some green paper, green cardstock, just like that. Yeah, that squealing is annoying me. All I can hear in my left ear is that squealing. Use a paper tool, a paper piercer tool. Now this has some score lines on there already, so that is actually going to be the outside. So when this, thread it through, I'll show you. Oh, I've picked up some glue bits on there, and this is because it's wire, you can bend it. It's a lot of fun. Thread that through. And then I'm just going to add just a glue to each petal, one at a time, and then glue that up there. And I'll do the same on this one. This one's loose at the moment, so just a little line of glue, just hold it in place. Now yeah, you can spend a good afternoon making your bunch of flowers and it will last a very long time. It will look absolutely stunning. People will not believe that you've made that. They probably think you thought you've bought it. You got someone else to make it. But if they know you're crafty, they'll know. They'll know that you've made that and they'll say, wow, that's beautiful. Then they'll say, can you make me one? Just going to glue these ones up there. Oh, I've got a big thing to read here from Fiona. When my son was a little boy, many moons ago, he came home from school with a bunch of peonies he had picked for me. I was so amazed at his thoughtfulness, but felt bad the next day. I dropped him off at school and noticed the bald patch in one of the gardens on the way. I have to add, he was only 9. To this day, peonies are my favourite flowers. Oh, that's such a sweet story. Children do that, don't they, though? It reminds me of a story of when my little Katie was coming home from nursery, and there was these lovely beautiful poppies, and I said, don't pick it. It was growing wild in the side of the street. I said, don't pick it, because once that flower dies there'll be seeds and you'll hear them rattle, and we can collect those seeds and then we can grow our own poppies just like it. So she was getting really excited, and then we were walking home with one of her friends a couple of days later, and he picked it and gave it to her, and she started crying. She said, oh no, you picked the peony, we wanted the seeds. And he was so confused. But you know, you say what you say, really. You can, well, you say what you can to kind of diffuse the situation, and I had to say, don't worry, there'll be more flowers. I'll show you how to do it when we find another nice flower, hopefully from our garden, so no one will pick it. Okay, so this is a bunch of peonies. Now I've got 2 of those, so let's grab in the rest. The rest have where did I put them? Oh, they're right in front of me. Here they go. Here they are. I've got 4. So traditionally I like to do odd numbers, so I've only got 4 here. These ones were made just using the lighter colour, and they're a little bit smaller as well in size. Let's turn this light down one more notch. See if that helps. It doesn't really, does it? That did nothing. Yep. Okay. So I don't want you to blind you guys, or you're not being able to see what I've been doing. And I've got these beautiful. I love this. I do need to make myself one more so that I have 5. Odd numbers look really good together. So a 3, a 5, 7. Odd numbers will always look better. And I have here the leaves just behind me, so let me grab those. They got stuck in my tray, and I've added these 2. I made these a few years ago, so they're looking a little bit worse for wear, but I've added the wires to them, and I've continued them up one of the leaves. Let's fix this one. There we go. Like I said, I made these a few years ago. They've been everywhere. They've travelled. But they now live on a shelf in my living room, and they actually live in this vase here. I've put the gerberas in this one. I did have some coins in there to weigh it down, but it fell over. Someone knocked it, and I need to find all those coins again because they went down the side of somewhere, and yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to pop these in here. Again, you can bend them, so again you can make this fatter, wider, by adding more panels to it, like I've done with, I've actually used them for the succulents here. That's really bright, can't really see that, but hopefully you can see some of those shadows there. But you can add 2 of those panels together. You get the larger hexagon and you get the square, so you can choose what kind of base. So this has the square base, so that is where that is going to live. I'm going to make one more so that I have one more peony. So this is my beautiful bunch. Let's add our leaves. So this really does help finish it, adding your foliage. So again, like I said, I've attached them to the same wires. So I'm just going to put those around the edges. I've even done some single ones too, because you do get the dies here for the double, sorry, the triple and the single. Pop that round. There we go. And then you can just tie that with a ribbon. How beautiful is that? And if you go really out, go to town with it, make loads of them, maybe even add in a few different types, other types of paper flowers. We have the gerberas there. You can add some daisies to it. You can really make a lovely bunch of flowers. Just tie it with some ribbon all the way down, And there you have a lovely bouquet. I definitely won't be throwing that. I'd be keeping that. So let's pop this in there just to keep them safe. Okay, I've kept my glue gun on, and I do have another project that I would like to do. Just moving my other peonies out the way. I want to make a version of this. This was using one of the shadow frame boxes. I think it's the 6x4. I think that is actually also, the frame box is actually in the sale. You'll have to scroll through the sale to have a look. But I'm going to make a variation of that. So I've gone to the garden, grabbed myself a twig. These Mr. G's secateurs. I buy him a new pair every couple of Christmases, so he's got a few to choose from now. And then I'm using the orchid die, which is this one right here. Wow, that's super duper bright. Let's do that. There we go. Hello, you can kind of see me there. Hello. And this is the die set here. We have 2 leaves, the petals, and the stamen front bit. So I'm going to make 3 flowers. Let's pop these together. You can use some ink as well to add some shading to the edges. Let's make sure everything is all in the right place. And then I'm going to have these leaves here. I'm going to use the frame. This is from the terrific Terrarium. And I have plenty left over, or I can make another one if I want to make the greenhouse. So grab your bone folder. I'm going to work on just a flower at a time, and I'm just going to curl these with my bone folder. Just trying to keep an eye on the messages as well. Helen's asking what is the green? Do you mean this bit here? This bit here? That is the smallest peony petal in the set. It's like my peony's about to fall over because I haven't weighed down the vase. Okay, so let's carry on now. So this kind of curls upwards. You've got to be very careful here because it's very delicate. So this is great if you have, why the bone folders have the pointed ends. It's great for scoring and also getting into all these little tiny bits here. Okay, so let's glue these together. So we have the 3 petals here. The larger one goes at the top. And this goes on just like that. Just do a quick dry run. Do I need to go in a bit more? Let's go a bit lower. And then that goes like that. There. So again, this will look great if you get in with a bit of ink and a brush. Right, so the bookbinding glue is back in stock. Oh, I can't believe it. So definitely get stocking up on that. Just going to add that there. Just a bit of glue here. And pop that there in at the centre. There we go. There is our first orchid. If I lift that up it might fall apart. So let's leave that aside to dry whilst we work on the next ones. Move that over there. My glue's starting to drip as well because I've got it on the side. I've almost run out, so I keep it on its side so I don't, have to wait ages for it to come out the bottom. But then I'm lazy by not putting the lid back on when it's on its side. Okay, so I'm going to really enjoy decorating my house again. I'm going to put all of these things back where they were. And I'll have an extra decoration to play with. which I'll be happy about. I have to find a new home for that guy. I even have him in my bathroom. I've got a beach hut I made as well from one of the summer collections, and I've actually got one of the orchids in there too, and it's held up really well in the bathroom. It does get steamy, but the fan sorts out the moisture, so it you know, it doesn't stay wet, and it doesn't rot or grow mold or anything like that. So if you have a perfectly aerated bathroom, then yeah, put some paper things in there too. Ah, Daryl's just socked up on the glue. Thank you, Fiona. Yes, they do look really realistic as well. It's the same with the orchids as well. This is what we're making, a version of this. This is what they look like when they're on the plant. This one has been, it's looking a bit dirty and dusty. It's about 4 years old. It's been happy in my bathroom. Just wipe the dust off and it's all fine. And I've actually used some real sphagnum moss as well. You can buy them in packs, so if you like dry packs, so if you want to look up sphagnum moss, I do have a pack of it somewhere. Here it is, just a pack. There we go. If you add this to any of your paper flowers and your decorations, just like I've done here and here, then it really does add to the realism of them. And the great thing is they're not poisonous to your pets and they're not going to die. You don't have to remember to water them. Right, one more flower to do and then we can start adding them. I've still got my glue gun on, so that's ready to go. Number 2. And I think this one I'll have more closed. I'm definitely going to have this more closed. So I'm going to add this first. Ah! My glue is dripping. Okay, let's put that away. I think we're done with the glue now. Okay, so I want a more closed one because we do have some orchids in, as they come through the spire, they are more closed. I grow orchids myself, so I've got, oh, how many have I got now? 14, I think. One of them had a baby. The mother plant's still okay. Normally the mother plant dies after it's had its little baby, but it's flowered again, so it just wanted to reproduce, I guess. It was happy enough to do so and not die. So yeah, I'm happy about that. There we go. This one is slightly more closed up, and if you want to kind of glue more together, you can do. You can glue the ends here to kind of make a closed look, like how I've done here with this peony. Okay, so let's grab, oh, that moved. Let's grab the frame. Right, I'm gonna have to get my Tim Holtz scissors because I didn't bring the secateurs upstairs. Okay, these are my big ones. They're huge. You can cut wire with these. They're slightly serrated, so they're good for things like this. So which way does this grow? It's that way round. So I'm going to have that in the corner. Luckily I cut that at a slant. So I'm just going to just make a little mark there. There we go. We don't want that upside down. I'm going to pop that on there. There we go. Don't know whether you'll be able to actually see what I'm doing or not. Just going to add a bit of glue just here. bottom there, just to hold that in place. I don't really want to have glue towards the center there of the window, so I'm trying to keep it just to these areas. Now the key is, should I ask you guys, should I add some sphagnum moss as well? I might add some moss, just a very small amount. Hi Shadiah. Oh, she's just bought the Terrarium dies. Okay, all the tutorials for those are on the Simply Made Crafts channel and also on this channel as well. So I'm also hoping to carry on playing with everything, so you've got lots of ideas, because I know a lot of you have been buying a lot of the die sets in the sales and things, so you want ideas on things that you can make with them. Actually, I'm bending that the wrong way because these are going to go out that way. The orchids, they're like bilateral sort of. They grow 2 leaves at a time like this. So that's going to go. I'm going to add the leaves first, and I'm just going to bend that as well. So let's add that first. Bit of glue here at the base of the leaf. We'll pop that in sideways, so that's now sideways. Then I'm going to turn it once that is properly dry. So whilst that's drying, we'll pop this one in as well. So if you do kill orchids or peonies or other plants, then definitely make some paper ones. You cannot go wrong with paper ones. Yeah, I'm going to add a bit of sphagnum moss there too. So let's add a bit of glue here just to the edge of the frame and press that down. Again, these leaves are going to look wonderful with a bit of inking on. I'll leave that like that. Adds a bit of dimension. So that's what we have at the moment. Again, if you want to make this and pop it on a card, that's also going to look really stunning as well. You can imagine I've got my shaker version here using the frame. If I turn that over, again, an album cover, that looks absolutely stunning. I love botanicals. Anything botanical, I'm there. Okay, so let's get our orchids popped on now. I probably got too many, but I do like to do things in 3s. I have 2 here. We'll see how we get on. I don't think I'm actually going to add any sort of like word. This is a wooden word I had in my stash. I'm thinking I'm just going to pop those there. Use the smaller one. I might put this one down there. It's a bit close to where the leaves come out, but it might be okay. And I'll pop this one right at the top there. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's see how many we can fit on. I've got a little spike here from my stick. It's getting in the way, so I'm just going to trim that off. Let's get our first one down. I do have to hold these in place. And then what I'll do is, once I'm happy with everything being cooled down, like the hot glue's cooled down, I can then go in and bend those petals again. Let's pop this one on the side here. So I have this one facing that way, this one's facing up that way, and then I'll do the last one at the top there. I'm just going to cover this whole area. There we go. I'll pop it at a little angle as well. There we go. So there is a stunning orchid. I love that. There is probably a room here actually for a little word. I don't know if I have any. let me see, we do have some. I'm going to have a quick look and see what we have in stock, because I don't want to be using anything that you can't get your hands on. That's just teasing. So I'm going to have a quick look through my die sets that are in stock and see if I can just quickly grab a word from somewhere. But look through your die collections. You'll have lots of different die sets, I'm sure, with lovely little words that you can use. A lot of my gift boxes and other die sets do come with like a couple of sentiments that you can use as well. So I'm actually going back to the collection. The die set I'm looking for is actually the collection that was released for my very first show with Lou Collins when she first started doing Craft Stash Live. It was the very first show that I did with her. I think we had technical difficulties that day as well, so it was quite stressful. Where is it? It's right at the bottom, because it was, you know, probably about 4 or 5 years ago now. Here we go. We have here the Fun Accessories set. This is from the Surprise and Delight collection, and we have the Elegant one as well. So I don't think there's any words in there. I'm going to leave the words off, but you can pop in a happy birthday. I like the word hello as well. Hello will work really nicely. I'm just grabbing the moss. Let's make a big mess now. There we go. Here is my moss. I don't want much. It does expand, so you can actually use this in your plants as well. You add water and it soaks up the water. Oh yeah, that looks really good. So I'm just going to add a bit of glue there. Pop that in. And then I'm going to add a bit of glue to this leaf as well, so it's not actually on the window. And I'm going to add another little section just in here. There we go. I'll probably add, there's another bit of a leaf here, I'll add a bit more here. Just keeps the back as clear as possible, because it is kind of a see-through window. Tap all that off. There is a bit of a mess there, but you can easily cover that off if you're going to have this as something that you're going to hang up. So in one of my die sets or samples that I made, I added a chain so it could be hung up. Just glue your chain each side to the back here, or a bit of twine, and then you can add that or hang that up, add it to your wall. Let's pop that back in there. There we go. Oops, keep that on there. I have a scissor hanger, so if I don't, especially on the Tim Holtz, if I don't put those on there, they kind of just fall open, like this one. Okay, so that is the orchid and the terrarium frame. So can you believe this little frame here makes this ginormous thing here, this greenhouse. I'll have to zoom out again. There we go. It makes this ginormous greenhouse that I keep my succulents in. Yeah, so this is also on display as well. Can you believe it? Just from this to this. So I want to get your ideas now. So even if you're watching on the replay, please, I would love to know your opinion. I've got a bit of a mess to clean up. I have loads of frames left over. Now I was going to make a gold terrarium, but do I really want to be filling my house with lots of terrariums? Because, well, they do look really nice. I do like them. But I was thinking I could make a window frame. Do you think I should? If I do, I will make sure it's in a video or in a live. So we can add these together. So you'd glue them together, lots of these little windows. And what I would probably do is make another 2, so I'd have 9, and then I could like make a wreath to put there, and maybe my family's initial, which is G, and then I could decorate them. I could make some flat peonies like I have with this gift box here, so I can decorate them with peonies as well. Let me know if I should do that, or whether I should make a a golden terrarium. I do have some of the square ones as well for making a different shape of terrarium, so do let me know. Even if you're watching on the replay, let me know what you think I should do. And how to put these together, that's all shown in the tutorial for the actual terrarium, and that is on both of my channels. So that's Simply Made Crafts by Helen Griffin and Helen Griffin UK. So let's get back these peonies back now and what we've made today. I hope you really enjoyed yourselves. I do love a bit of flower making. It's something different from making boxes and mini albums as well. So that is what Simply Made Crafts is all about, though. It's all about the different sorts of things that you can make. It's not just boxes, it's gift bags, it's literally everything. So you're not going to get bored with it whatsoever. So let's go back to the stream where I can see all the comments. So Lynn likes the idea of the window. Debbie loves these, thank you, says they're beautiful. Daryl likes the frame. It looks like Samantha does too. Vicky does. Marie's asking if we can buy this as a bundle. I don't think it is available as a bundle anymore. Originally it would have been, but we've had some sellouts, so some things have sold. But it would probably be cheaper at the moment to get them whilst they're discounted. We have the spring die sale on at the moment, so they've all got money off them at the moment, and I think that works out to be more than, or at least matches what a bundle price would be. So I think this ends tomorrow. Let's have a look. Let's go right over to the offers. If you go into the offers, deals and discounts on the Craft Stash homepage and click on there, underneath each poster for each discount, it will tell you when they end. So this particular one ends on the 19th of April, which is tomorrow. So you have until midnight, or sorry, 11:59 BST, British Summertime, tomorrow to get that. And it's not just Simply Made Crafts including that sale, there's loads of different brands as well. So if you love textures, if you love made to surprise, you'll find them all there. Good, I'm glad Lynn has enjoyed herself. I'm glad Fiona loves it all as well. Daryl suggesting a Christmas window with a poinsettia. That would be amazing, and my little poinsettia die is still in stock, and I think it's included in the sale. Let's have a look. There's a lot of clicking going backwards and forwards here. So poinsettia, that was from last summer, actually. That was from my Christmas release last summer, last July. Yes, it's $15.99. That's the poinsettia die. That would look absolutely stunning with the gold frame. So the question is, do I do an out of season Christmas project? Are you up for just a random Christmas project? That is the question. If you can do Christmas anytime, let me know. I can do Christmas anytime. In fact, I've just received, okay, top secret, I've just received my Christmas collection that will be releasing this year. I've made all the samples and I'm really excited, but that's all I can tell you. It's got papers. I've got new papers, I can tell you that. But I'm so excited. And yes, hopefully there'll be some poinsettias left so I can do some more different ideas in decorating. But I will say this collection, the new Christmas collection, I won't tell you when it launches, but it will definitely be a very busy summer for me. I've got quite a few big launches during this summer, so that and the Christmas is one of them. I've lost my trail of thought now. Oh yeah, there is something in this collection that you can use for everything. 3Ds, mini albums. This collection you will be able to use for the whole lot, so that's going to be really exciting. So yep, a lot of people are saying they're happy with everything now, so yeah, maybe I will do an off-season thing, and I'm definitely doing something next month that's off-season. It's not Christmas, but it's definitely off-season, and I hope you'll enjoy that. I've done that before and you guys quite enjoyed it, so that'll be really good. And hopefully I can get Vicky in as well. Maybe we could do another challenge. So Vicky, if you're up for another challenge in a couple of weeks, let me know. We can do that. Okay, so it is just gone 1 o'clock, so I'm going to turn this off. Okay, so I've tried to list everything as much as I can in the YouTube description box. I'm trying out a new link in the Facebook comments where it's pinned. I'm hoping that works. Let me know if it doesn't, and if you're struggling to find it. And everyone can find everything on YouTube, which I'm streaming under the Helen Griffin UK channel. And in the description box there, it's all itemized. It's all listed there. If I have forgotten anything, let me know and I'll add it. I would love to give you a sneak peek as well, but all I can say is it's got papers, and you can literally use this collection for lots of different things, all your different types of crafting. So that's going to be really exciting. So I hope you all have the rest a wonderful day, basically, for the rest of the day. And we're almost Friday, and I'll be back on Monday. I'm thinking about naming it a mini album Monday. Let me know if that sounds good. So every Monday we'll do something mini album related, and on Thursdays we can do something a bit different and a bit fun, or more 3D cards, gift boxes, gift bags, and hopefully some scoreboard makes as well. So I don't really want to be doing die sets after die sets after die sets for this for these shows. So there's just been so many great offers. I want to share them with you guys, but I do want to be doing some more scoreboard things as well. So yeah, I'm going to pop off now. I'm going to have my lunch. I'll probably have some washing out as well, so that'll be really good. Sun's out. So I hope you all have a really great week for what's rest of it, and a great weekend. And I'll see you all again on Monday. Bye for now.